You realize we're recording, right?
Yes, I know.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew. There is Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Twitter and Instagram at namely90s with the 90s. We also record the video of this podcast and post it to YouTube every Monday at namely90s.com/YouTube. And finally, if you'd like to support the show, you can go on that one site where you do that, which is patreon.com/onlyfans. No, patreon.com/namely90s/namely90s with a 90s. Yeah, here we are. Another day, another episode. How's it going?
It's good. It's good.
Good.
It's June. We've made it to June, and people aren't wearing masks anymore, even though we're not even at 70% vaccinated.
Perfect.
Yeah. But it feels like life is returning somewhat to normal, maybe too fast, but yeah.
Yep. Oh, I need to turn my fan on. Okay.
How are you?
Good. I realized my ploy to get more people to talk to us on Twitter worked by trashing The Fifth Element.
Well, I also tagged.
Mission accomplished.
So the new thing to do is to tag people in still photos of that you aren't in to try to encourage engagement. So I tagged the people that have been incessantly tagging us in our in their random posts that don't involve us. So yeah, shout out to all 90s action all the time. We're going to be on their show, or I'm scheduled to be on one of their July episodes talking about season 2 Stallone. They had a promo in our
is it all 90s action
all the time? Yeah. All 90s action.
I'm sorry, we're butchering it. We are terrible.
We'll have you on for a promo later. But yeah, if you're free that weekend, it might be you can jump on too.
Sure.
We need to watch the 90s Stallone masterpiece. I don't remember which one.
Have you ever seen the one where the bell pepper cut in a cross section looks like Stallone's mouth? It's like a meme.
No, but I can see that. That's awesome. Actually, no, they're in season 2, which is Stallone already. Season 3, I think, is what we've been signed on to record.
I can't imagine having seasons.
I know, everyone in our freshman class of podcasts are taking their mid-season break already right now, and we're just plugging through.
What's a break?
I know, right? You fall to irrelevance if you have a break. That's what we are taught as YouTubers, as content creators, as podcasters. You don't get seasons. You only get seasons if you're an actor.
Yeah, we just do this continuously.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, our season 1 will end when we're done with all 120 episodes of the 1990, a month in 1990. I agree. That's our season 1. Because clearly we have to retool it for season 2.
Yeah, and season 2 is non-existence.
Yeah.
Just cuts to a black screen midway through.
Soprano style. But yeah, congratulations. Like, I think Adair is just started her season break. The What's Wrong with Them with the, not an ampersand, what was the something boom.
No, you can't say that. Interrobang. Yeah.
I thought what? The word I said previously is something on a sailing vessel.
But it's also closely related to, I believe, like a racial slur. So
which was not what I said. Just for the record,
it kind of sounded a little racial slurry by accident. Slurry, racial slurry. Anyway,
speaking of racial slurs, it's Pride Month.
Yay!
So, shout out to anyone in our community, our listening community, that identifies as anything non-binary or non-traditional.
I don't know what to say, but I support those things.
Yeah, as two straight men that are afraid of their sexuality, we empower you, and it might sound like I'm making jest, but we support all of our
friends and coworkers and whatnot are affected
family
by that. So to me, it's pretty important. Well, in the sense that affected in the way that other people are shitty to them.
Yes, because of that,
and make policies that are counter to like humanity. That's how they're affected by it. Not affected as it is itself an affliction. It's not like, I'm not one of those conversion therapy weirdos that like makes you watch what's the right term? I think here. Sexually explicit material while feeding you emetics to make you vomit. Like, that's a thing that they used to do or still might do.
Do you know this from personal experience?
No, I heard about it somewhere. I can't remember where.
Well, and that's what the South Park did a lampooning of that and gave us the amazing term. Accountability buddy. Accountability buddy. Yeah. And so he hasn't said it yet, but we're in June of 92. We've jumped again because we started with May 1995, 96, and then our last episode was May 97. And we've already covered June 97, 98, 90, and 91. So now we are on June 1992, and our next jump won't be again until August. So, Andrew, if you'll take us back to June 1992.
Come with me to June 1992, if you will. Am I doing this really?
No.
Okay, good.
But
anxiety.
Thank you for doing my part. On the first, Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins. I tried to double down and it got worse.
As I pronounce it.
The Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Chicago Blackhawks to win the Stanley Cup for the second year in a row. On the third, presidential candidate Bill Clinton appears on the Arsenio Hall show and plays saxophone with the house band.
He also appears in our intro.
Yes, that exact clip appears in our intro. I actually remember it was a few years ago. People dubbed M83's one of their songs that has like a crazy saxophone solo, dubbed that over Bill Clinton playing the saxophone, and they're like, check out Bill Clinton playing M83, isn't this amazing? And everyone, like half the people were like, oh my god, President Clinton's badass.
I do like that it's the voiceover. It's at the point where in our intro it says, and those you wish you could forget. It's just Bill Clinton playing a saxophone.
Is it? I know. Yeah,
it's right around there.
It is right around there. I know for sure that it's Chevy Chase doing the Chevy Chase show.
Yeah. That one I want to
doing
forget.
the dance with Goldie Hawn in the first episode.
Yeah.
That one was placed specifically there. On the 10th, we have the first MTV Movie Awards broadcasting, or ever.
Yeah.
Which you would think we would talk about in this episode.
Yeah, the first one wasn't televised. It just happened somewhere.
They just send out awards.
Yeah,
on the 15th, Dan Quayle, also, I believe, a presidential candidate at this point, and a vice president.
Vice presidential. He didn't run against Bush. He was still Bush's vice.
Oh, yeah. Did Bush run in 92 and lost to Clinton?
Lost to Clinton.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought that makes more sense. Vice President Dan Quayle, relying on a faulty card, erroneously instructs a Trenton, New Jersey elementary school student to spell potato during a spelling bee.
With an E at the end? Yeah,
with an E at the end.
But yet, Murphy Brown was destroying the nuclear family, and yet Dan Quayle can't frickin' spell potato.
He later goes on to, I don't think we talk about that today. He later goes on to say, I was just following what the card said.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to spell potato.
He had an inkling it was wrong, but he was following the card. On the 22nd, the Supreme Court rules that hate crime laws violate free speech rights.
I think what it means to say is
nope. I know what you're going to say.
Hate crimes are not protected by the First Amendment.
Nope. You would think that, and that's what they eventually rule in later rulings. But in this particular law,
you're saying that laws regarding hate crimes violate the free speech rights.
Yes.
Yeah, it is my right to lynch somebody, right? That as an American, that's my right. Damn it! Even though it is actually also committing a crime.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's more. I mean, I think it still falls under speech and not action.
Actual violence.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was like, that's not really fair. Now, is it?
But yes, you're picking up what I am putting down, unfortunately. On the 26th, Jeanette McCurdy of iCarly and Sam and Cat fame, and currently the excellent podcast host of Empty Inside, is born. If we can get her, that would be awesome.
Is it an entire podcast about piggy banks?
No. And there goes our interview with Jeanette McCurdy, retired actress and filmmaker. But
wait, she retired actress?
She's not acting anymore because she couldn't handle the pressure as a kid or something, and it's
she's only doing off-Broadway theater now.
Yeah, no, I think she's writing and directing stuff, but she doesn't, because there's the iCarly reboot is coming back on June 17th, and she's declined to be in it.
Does that mean so they're bringing the iCarly back, the upgraded version? Does that mean they're taking away the headphone jack?
Wow.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
My brain stopped for a moment. I
keep trying to equate that show to Apple products, even though it's not.
Well, in their universe, they're Pear pads and.
But why? When did we move from E to I? Remember, like there's the e-reader, email, this, that.
Probably
now it's I this
mid 2000s, because the iPod came out in 2004.
But then why did they call it iCarly? Wasn't it supposed to be a video series?
Yes, but the
iTube.
Well, what did they? I don't remember what they called YouTube, but they it was Pear products instead of Apple products. All their phones were shaped like pears.
Oh,
that was they played around with that. You would like the dad humor in that.
All right.
But I think that was iJustine was the thing when that came out. I think that was the early era of YouTube where the people were putting I in front of their names.
All right.
And finally, on the 30th, the first. Oh wait, Jeanette McCurdy come on our show. On the.
We'll talk piggy banks. It'll be great.
Yes. Well, her podcast is actually really good. It's she like has some celebrity on, and they talk like how terrible mental health is for people in the industry, and et cetera, et cetera. On the 30th, and how it's affected her. On the 30th, the first U.S. pay bathrooms open in New York City for 25 cents. And that's all I have for that. A TV ending in June 1992. On the 29th, Salute Your Shorts, Nickelodeon show. In the box office, on the 5th, we have Patriot Games. On the 19th, we have Batman Returns. On the 26th, we have Pinocchio, the re-release of the Disney animated classic. Finally, on the Billboard charts for the in from May for the first 3 weeks of June at number 1, we have Jump by Criss Cross. And for the last 2 weeks, it is I'll Be There by Mariah Carey at number 1. And for the rest of the first week, we have at number 2, Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Number 3 is My Lovin' You're Never Gonna Get It by En Vogue. Number 5 is Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot, Seattle native. Number 7 is Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover by Sophie B. Hawkins, which
our favorite.
Mm-hmm. That's the one with the Jungle Book. On number 12, at number 12, we have Achy Breaky Heart by Sir Billy Ray Cyrus. Number 16, we have Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, because as we know, Wayne's World brought it back into fashion. And number 18 is One by U2, one song that they didn't sneak onto your hard drive. You're listening to Namely 90s. And now back to the show, possibly.
But rim shot.
All right, so anywhere you want to go? Hear anything you like? You have notes?
Well, first of all, Patriot Games was one of those Jack Ryan movies, wasn't it?
That was. It was a sequel to The Hunt for Red October, I believe, but completely recast every single character.
Yeah, they've done that a lot. Like
Chris
Ben
Pine.
Affleck played him too.
Didn't Chris Pine play him as well?
I'm not sure. But obviously, my favorite one, John Krasinski as Jack Ryan. Have you watched that yet?
No, it's on my queue, but that's not in continuity with...
No. He is still Jack Ryan, but it is outside of that continuity.
But
I don't believe the Ben Affleck one is inside that same one either.
But Harrison Ford is supposed to be playing the same Jack Ryan that was in Hunt for Red October. Right?
Sure. I think. It reminds me of that Family Guy thing where it's like every movie that Harrison Ford is in is just him looking for his family. Where the hell's my family?
Give me back my family. Oh, I just want my family back.
No, but seriously, I don't make a lot of TV recommendations, but go ahead and go on Amazon Prime, watch seasons 1 and 2 of Jack Ryan, and then wait almost an eternity for season 3 and be really annoyed the whole time. Because you want more.
And it's only like 8 episode seasons, right?
Yeah, the first season was good length. The second season, it was
That's
like...
what she said.
It's like, this isn't enough episodes.
Or
and
sorry,
like,
Pride Month. That's what they said.
They weren't long enough. They were like 43 minutes. And I'm like, oh, there's only 2 more episodes, but I'm sure they're going to make them longer. No, 38 minutes. I'm like, come on. We waited like a year for this. Anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of John Krasinski, did you hear that A Quiet Place 2 came out last weekend?
I heard about it. Yeah. They should do a movie called A Loud Place, and they're just stuck in a restaurant full of like Italian families.
I feel like that is something that Family Guy did at some point.
They did. It was when Meg was like a secret KGB agent. Her activation phrase was something that no one would ever say, which is, "Wow, that Italian family at the next table sure is quiet," or something like that.
Oh God. Shout out to our Italian American listeners.
I am one of them.
That's true.
Not a listener. I do listen, actually.
You do listen. I do forget that from time to time. Your dad's from Jersey.
Joyzy.
I can't. Anyway, Jack Ryan, did you watch Patriot Games?
No, I should go back and watch all those. I've just watched a movie. Whenever my wife goes out of town, I watch a lot more movies, but I think it's because I like crappy action movies and she doesn't love them as much. So I try to get my fill in.
I think I've seen Patriot Games. That's my least favorite out of all the Harrison Ford, Jack Ryans, which I sometimes confuse with like Air Force One, because that's not a Jack Ryan movie, but feels like a Jack Ryan movie.
Give me back my family. No, he doesn't do that. No.
Doesn't he though? Does his wife? Does he have to send his wife out of the plane in a parachute or something?
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
or
yeah,
his
just
daughter
by the way,
in a missile casing. I don't know.
The last movie we watched together was What Happens in Vegas with Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz. That's what we watched together, which it's kind of entertaining. But
Andrew and his wife.
Yeah, me and Brandon.
Yeah, let's just curl up on the couch and watch. What was it called? Leaving Vegas.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas,
where
Johnny Depp thinks he's being attacked by fake bats.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen parts of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
I had a roommate in college that was obsessed with Hunter S. Thompson.
That makes sense.
That just reminds me of David S. Pumpkins from SNL. I think one of my favorite sketches, by the way.
Tom Hanks is next week, I believe.
Anyway, wow. Sorry, I kind of took that over with Jack Ryan.
Go ahead.
Went down with it.
Have you seen Batman Returns? Because it's our goal of our podcast to talk about every 90s Batman thing.
So which Batman is this? Which actor?
This is Michael Keaton.
So pre-bat nipples.
Pre-bat nipples. This is the one where he still can't move his head in the cowl because it's just glued to the chest. Like
Michael Keaton, he's the guy that I know from the movie The Other Guys, right?
Yes. I thought you were going to say
works in a Bed Bath and Beyond and is like Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell's the captain or something.
Yes, if you remember back to our episode where we talked about Mr. Mom, I think I compared you to Mr. Mom at one point, which was also a Michael Keaton movie. I think you made the same
Michael Keaton
observation.
Okay.
He was in Birdman. He got an Oscar or an Oscar nom for that.
So wait for it. I have not seen it.
He's the Vulture in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was Beetlejuice, I believe. From the Beetlejuice movies from the 90s.
Just deadpanning the camera and blinking rapidly.
God, there's one where he like clones himself and then his clones clone themselves and they get stupider and stupider as they keep cloning themselves. I think that was on an episode recently. But you know him as a like small role from The Other Guys. Yep,
exactly. No, I mean, hey, you know what? I don't know.
At least you know who he is. He's actually going to be reprising. Rumors has it he's going to be reprising his Batman role in the new Flash movie.
All right then.
Yeah, so Batman Returns is the sequel to Batman, the 1989 Batman film, written and directed by Tim Burton. Michael Keaton plays Batman Bruce Wayne. Danny DeVito plays the Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman. And Christopher Walken, I believe, plays the mayor of the city.
It actually looks not super Tim Burton-y. Wait. Nope. It's Tim Burton-y.
There's penguins with lasers on them.
Speaking of Christopher Walken, I was just hearing on a podcast, apparently he was like somehow peripherally involved with the disappearance of some woman
Oh yeah,
the 1980s or something.
That's a famous thing.
I didn't know about that at all.
That is, I don't know much about it, but I am aware of the situation.
Clearly, the problem was there was not enough cowbell. That must have been the problem.
No, wasn't it like his friend's wife, and then she just disappears off the back of the boat?
Yeah, his friend's wife, but he was like involved with her.
Yes,
and then she fell off the
drowned,
or allegedly fell off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
But someone also could have pushed her or bashed her head against something, and then
they never found the body. So I had this on VHS.
They did find the body, but
did they?
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, I don't remember watching this. I mean, I do. I remember I've seen it. It's just when we were three and or four. This was scarring to watch because it was a Tim Burton movie, and like any Tim Burton movie from the late 80s and early 90s, it was freaking weird. The penguin, Danny DeVito, like looked like a penguin for his penguin role. He waddled around. He had like deformed flipper feet, and it's creepy, man.
I don't like it at all. I'm looking at pictures and it's grossing me out.
Michelle Pfeiffer was in that like super sexy Catwoman gimp
I just
outfit.
Don't get it. Like, I don't know. It's just Tim Burton is not suited for like that kind of that sort of movie, in my opinion.
But the 89 Batman and Batman Returns is what pushed the comic book movie genre forward. It was like the milestones are Superman from the 70s with Christopher Reeves. Is it Christopher Reeve and then George Reeves?
Yeah.
One or the other.
Right.
And then the Burton Batmans, and then skip forward to 2000 or is it 99 or 2000? 2001's Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and then maybe the X-Men movies.
Wait, so Tim Burton did 3 of these?
He did 2 of them.
Which one did he not do? He didn't do Batman Returns.
This is Batman Returns. He did Batman and Batman Returns.
The Batman Forever one says a Tim Burton film on the package.
He produced Batman Forever.
Oh, good. What a treat.
But he did not write that. I'm pretty sure that was... do you have it open? It was the Schumacher films. We talked about it on...
I'm just reading this thing. It says Joel Schumacher rescued Batman from Tim ...
Yes. Yep. That's exactly it. Also, I believe in it's either in this one or the previous one, Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, he plays Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent.
Yeah, I see.
Plays Harvey Dent, who eventually becomes Two-Face, but they cast Tommy Lee Jones in the role for the next movie. So we didn't get a black Two-Face. Don't take that one out of context.
But I think my problem with the thing I appreciate about I guess I haven't seen a lot of the newer Batman movies, but I feel like they're sort of rooted in like the actual real universe, but then there's these fantastical characters that are sort of sprinkled throughout.
Yes.
Whereas the Tim Burton movie just looks like a hot mess of random weirdos.
Yeah. It's like it's
just not believable.
It's as if the Nightmare Before Christmas was turned into real life.
Yeah. Like, excuse me. The only one I ever saw was The Dark Knight, because I don't ever see anything. And it was like a normal world.
Yes.
With a couple of kind of interesting characters in it. It wasn't a bunch of overly stylized like backgrounds and you know what I mean? The
Christopher Nolan Batmans are they're my personal favorites. The Tim Burton Batmans are they are serious and they're dark. They are dark. They're not kids movies. Like That was the other thing. They're dark. And then the next two, Forever and whatever the fourth movie is, those two were campy. The Schumacher Batmans, like Jim Carrey and Bright Colors and Mr. Freeze.
Which one did Jim Carrey play?
He played the Riddler opposite Two-Face, played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Yikes.
Yeah. That was the Val Kilmer Batman, I think.
Wow, that's really, really strange.
Yeah.
Also, they just cut out the eyes from the mask and put them on.
Yeah, fun fact, the Jim Carrey Riddler suit is just the prosthetic mask stretched over his entire body.
It was stupid when the dog put on the mask. That was from like one of our early episodes. You said that.
I did say that. I will die on that hill. So we should move on to Salute Your Shorts. I wanted to throw that one in quick. I remember watching this as a kid. It was part of the Nickelodeon live action block that they had in the early 90s.
All I remember from it is like, I feel like drumming and then them raising instead of a flag, someone's underpants.
Yes. That was the intro. That's all I really remember as well. Let's see. It aired on Nickelodeon from 91 to 92 with reruns until early 1999. It is set at a fictional summer camp, Camp Anawana, and it focuses on teenage campers and their strict and bossy counselor. I remember the intro. They're like, Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, and then the bully kids just cuts in. He's like, it makes me want to fart.
Wow, I hate 90s kids TV.
You liked Pete and Pete.
Okay, that one's different.
Fair enough. Yeah, this was definitely not as good. And
this is what and as a result, this is what you get.
A quick mention, and we move on to Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Do you remember Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot?
I do. For some reason, Kayla has all the words memorized.
We should have had her on to read this then.
And there's a very funny scene in Friends, which I am a big Friends fan. And there's a scene where Rachel is singing Baby Got Back to their baby because she won't sleep.
Yes.
And like it's really funny because she does the whole thing. And then Ross is like appalled, and then later he sings it to the baby when he thinks no one's watching, but they're all standing there watching him do it. It's really funny. It's a good bit.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends. But, you know, who understands those rap guys? They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute, okay? I mean, her butt, it's just so big. I can't believe it's just so round. It's like out there. I mean, gross. Look, she's just, wow. She's just so black.
Okay. Wow. This is in quotes, might I add. Also, having a big butt doesn't make you a prostitute. Can I just throw that in there? Jeez. And if you're a prostitute, that's fine. Sex workers, yeah, that's a thing that you can do.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Want to pull up tough because you notice that butt was stuffed. Deep in the jeans she's wearing, I'm hooked and can't stop staring. Oh, baby, I want to get with ya and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that butt you got makes me so horny.
No. No. Is that Mickey Rooney making a...
No, it's the 80s one from Hey Sexy Girlfriend from Pretty in Pink. Ooh, Rumpo Smooth Skin. Oh my God. You want to get in my Benz, Well, use me, because you ain't that average groupie. I've seen her dancing to hell with romance. Kayla knows all of this by heart. She's sweat wet. Got it going like a turbo vet. I'm tired of magazines saying flat butts are the thing. Take the average black man and ask him that. She's gotta pack much back. So fellas, yeah. Has your girlfriend got the butt? Hell yeah. Tell them to shake it. Shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. LA face with the Oakland booty. Baby got back. LA face with the Oakland booty. LA face with the Oakland booty. I like 'em round and big, and when I'm throwing a gig, I just can't help myself. I'm acting like an animal. Now here's my scandal. I want to get you home, and double up, I ain't talking about Playboy, 'cause silicone parts are made for toys. I want 'em real thick and juicy, so find that juicy double. Mix-a-lot's in trouble, begging for a piece of that bubble. So I'm looking at rock videos, knock-kneed bimbos, walking like hoes. You can have them bimbos, I'll keep my women like Flojo. A word to the thick soul sisters, I want to get with ya. I won't cuss or hit ya, but I gotta be straight when I say I wanna, till the end, or sorry, till the break of dawn. Baby got it going on. A lot of simps won't like the song. Wow, simps all the way back then. 'Cause them punks like to hit it and quit it. And I'd rather stay and play, 'cause I'm long and I'm strong. And I'm down to get the friction on. So ladies, yeah. If you want to roll in my Mercedes, yeah. Then turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got to shout. Baby got back. Baby got back.
How empowering to women that song is.
Yeah, baby, when it comes to females.
Oh, no.
Cosmo ain't got nothing to do with my selection. 36, 24, 36. Ha ha, only if she's 5'3". So your girlfriend rolls a Honda playing workout tapes by Fonda, but Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. My Anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, hun. You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. Some brothers want to play that hard role and tell you that the butt ain't gold. So they toss it and leave it and pull up quick to retrieve it. So Cosmo says you're fat. Well, I ain't down with that, 'cause your waist is small and your curves are kicking, and I'm thinking about sticking to the beanpole dames in the magazines. You ain't it, Miss Thing. Give me a sister. I can't resist her. Red beans and rice didn't miss her. Some knucklehead tried to diss, 'cause his girls are on my list. He had game, but he chose to hit him, and I pull up quick to get with him. So ladies, if the butt is round and you want a triple X throwdown, dial 1-900 Mix-a-Lot and kick them nasty thoughts. Baby got back.
And that was by Garth Brooks.
Baby got back.
I mean, yes, very objectionable, not super empowering to women, but yet hidden in there is a reasonably good message, which is that you don't have to look like a Cosmo model to be attractive, right? There's other things and features and traits that one can have.
I mean,
so
the only
good,
the only downside is that he does it by still objectifying them.
Yeah, and at least he says he's not going to physically abuse them, so that's positive.
Yeah, very health for the 90s. This was streets ahead, which is why Nicki Minaj sampled this song and then made it into her more body positive female non-male gaze song, something about anacondas. That's all I got.
But did you ever see the thing where it was like, I'm not sure if I just saw, was it Lady Gaga? I don't remember which artist it was, but it was like, I think I just saw Lady Gaga on the street. Either that or it was a homeless man yelling at a pigeon or something. That's what I think about when I hear like Nicki Minaj.
Why?
What did I just say? Because she's like, it's just like a series of noises.
Gotcha. And then she makes the blap, 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 blap sound. Was that her?
I don't know. I got to figure this out. Maybe next episode I can have something more to say about this.
Okay.
Wow, that was special. That was real special. That's going down. That's going in the books. That's a good one.
Well, I guess that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you could find new episodes out every Monday. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Namely90s with a 90s, or find our personal accounts at bschwitty and at Namely Andrew and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes. If you would like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/namely90s, also with a 90s. Finally, you can contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, 1-900 MacLeod, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts at. I'm Brandon, that's Andrew, and we will catch you next time.
So do we stop this one?